This clear was a rather annoying one and took me a lot of tries because I have to start off by funneling a lot of energy into Fischl to make sure she can get good uptime on her skill and burst. I also had to time my abilities very precisely so that I got all of my buffs up for when the shield first broke on the Papilla. I've used it a little more, getting Fischl to auto-attack right at the start to get some particles, but I felt that was a bit too try-hard. Pyro Traveler is on scroll. I want to get that buff early, but my priority is actually getting Malwika's skills so I get the most energy. Doing everything to Fischl, I on-field Pyro main character a bit to make sure I get the charge on the bar up enough so that it's very easy to get ready for Malwika's burst, summon Oz, use all Fischl's buffs, use Pyro main character's buffs, and then I get Malwika's burst and I do 2 spins and then a dash, as that's the optimal combo when there's no elements involved. Ideally, you want to get Malwika's burst out the second it breaks, as then you're able to get 2 out through this rotation. And we skill on Malwika and get all our buffs set up again for the second burst. Ideally, I'd like to use Chevy after Pyro character, but getting the energy on Chevy is more important. Get Fischl down, and then we set up for this second rotation, and we just use all of Malwika's skill, and then we'll go and set up again. This is very much like the previous clear with Mualani. The difference here being that I want to make sure I get Malwika's skill going well in advance, so that gives her enough time to deplete her Night Soul to get max buffs on the Codex set. And so instead, in these in-between sections, I'll generally end up on fielding Pyro character for a little bit to make sure I get the hits needed. And then we're just optimizing it beyond that. So we do the same rotation. We go Chevy, we go PMC, and then Oz, make sure Malwika's buff's already going, and then burst on Malwika. There we got, I think, 2 buffs. 2 buffed ultimates from Malwika. So, extra damage, yay. This team really lacks in buffs, that's why Chevy is built on HP, so she can buff attack to the max. I mean, I suppose you probably could have also gone Tenacity Miller Fischl because she's not providing that much damage herself. One last ult. We get all of Malwika's damage out. Fischl's just there to make sure Chev's buff has good uptime. And we get the clear.